Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Tonight's story is one that will crawl under your skin and stay there long after the lights go out. This is not a legend or a myth, it's a true story, or at least that's what the man who told it swears. It happened in a small town, in a forgotten building that most people try not to remember. They say the walls still whisper, even now. So sit back, turn off the lights, and listen closely. Because once you start hearing the whispers, they never stop. It started on a cold October evening. Ethan was looking for a cheap place to stay after moving to the town for work. He found a rundown old hotel on the edge of the main road, the Hillview Inn. The building looked dead, with peeling paint and broken signs, but the owner offered a room for almost nothing. Ethan didn't care. He was tired, broke, and just needed a place to sleep. The man behind the desk handed him a heavy brass key with a faded tag, Room 217. From the moment he stepped inside, Ethan felt the air change. The hallway was dim, the wallpaper yellowed and curled. The carpet smelled of damp and dust. Yet there was something else, an odd chill that crept up his spine. When he reached his room, the number 217 hung crooked on the door. He turned the key, and the lock clicked with a sound too loud for such a quiet place. Inside, the room was old but tidy. A single bed, a mirror, a lamp, and a small window facing the forest behind the hotel. Ethan dropped his bag, turned on the light, and sat on the bed. For a moment, everything seemed fine. Then he noticed it, the faint smell of something burnt. He checked the lamp, the sockets, even under the bed. Nothing. He shrugged it off, blaming old wiring. But the smell didn't fade. It stayed, faint but sharp, like burnt hair. That night, Ethan struggled to sleep. Around midnight, he woke to a soft knocking sound. Not from the door, but from inside the wall, just behind the bed. 3 knocks. Then silence. He waited, heart racing. After a minute, it came again, 3 knocks. Slow. Heavy. Hollow. He pressed his ear to the wall and thought he heard something faint, a whisper. He couldn't make out the words, but it sounded like someone crying softly. He switched on the light and stared at the wall until morning. The next day, he mentioned it to the hotel owner, an old man with pale eyes. The man froze for a second before forcing a smile. "Old pipes," he said. "This building talks sometimes." But Ethan noticed the way the old man's hand trembled when he said it. He slammed his shoulder into the door until it burst open. Smoke poured out into the hall, but when he turned back, the room was clean again, no smoke, no burning, just silence. He ran to the reception, shouting for the old man, but the desk was empty. On the counter lay the brass key. The tag looked freshly burned, the number 217 blackened and cracked. Ethan left that night and never returned. But weeks later, when police found his car abandoned by the forest, they said the seats were covered in ash. No one ever found him. The hotel still stands, though it's closed now. Locals say sometimes, late at night, lights flicker in the upper windows. And if you walk by the side facing the forest, you can smell something faint in the air, burnt hair. Some swear they hear soft knocking from the second floor. Always 3 knocks. Always from room 217. Years later, a traveler posted an online review about the Hillview Inn. It was short, just one sentence: "Don't stay in 217. She's still waiting." The account that posted it was under the name Ethan R. People tried to trace the account, but it disappeared within hours. Some said the username changed on its own to Clara Burns. No one could explain it. No one wanted to. And yet, some people still go there. Ghost hunters, thrill seekers, YouTubers. Most come back with shaky footage, lights flickering, static in their cameras. But one group that went in last year never uploaded their video. Their channel went silent. When someone finally checked the place, the camera was found in the lobby, still recording. The last frame showed the empty hallway, and faintly, in the reflection of the glass door, the outline of a woman watching. They say she looked straight into the lens, half her face burned, eyes hollow, as if she's looking right at whoever's watching the video. And sometimes, when people pause that frame, they swear she moves just a little, like she's about to step out of the screen. If you ever find yourself on the road past Hillview, don't stop. Don't look at the windows. And if you ever smell smoke when there's no fire, don't breathe too deep. Because she might already be standing behind you. And if you wake up tonight and hear 3 soft knocks, don't open your eyes. Don't turn on the light. Just stay still and pretend to sleep. Because once she knows you heard her, she won't stop knocking. Thank you for listening. This story was based on true accounts from those who stayed in Hillview Inn. If you hear the name Ethan or anywhere online, don't reply. Some stories aren't meant to be followed. Some stories follow you instead. That evening, Ethan returned early. He stood in front of room 217, listening before going in. Silence. Inside, everything looked normal. Still, he felt watched. As he unpacked his bag, he caught a glimpse of movement in the mirror, a shadow passing behind him. He spun around. Nothing there. The window was shut tight, curtains still. He turned back to the mirror, and for a split second, he thought he saw a woman's reflection standing behind him, her hair wet, her skin pale gray. Then she was gone. That night, the knocks started again. Louder. Closer. He pressed his ear against the wall and this time he heard it clearly, a whispering voice, female, trembling. Get out. He froze. Then came another voice, deeper, like a growl right next to his ear. Stay. The temperature in the room dropped. His breath came out white. The lamp flickered, and the mirror on the wall began to fog from the inside. Ethan stumbled back, shaking. The whispers grew faster, overlapping, until he couldn't tell if they were inside his head or in the room around him. He ran out and slept in his car that night. The next morning, he confronted the owner. What happened in that room, he demanded. The man sighed, looking years older than before. Room 217 has history, he said quietly. In 1972, a woman named Clara and her husband stayed there. He was a drunk, always shouting. One night, people heard screams. By morning, the husband was gone, and the room smelled of smoke. They found Clara inside, burnt. But there was no fire. Just her. Ethan felt his stomach twist. And you still rent it out? The old man looked away. No one else will take it. The room chooses who stays. That night, Ethan decided he wouldn't be one of them. He packed his things, ready to leave at dawn. But as he lay in bed one last time, he heard it again, the soft crying. Then the smell of smoke returned, thicker this time. The lamp flickered, and in the mirror, he saw her clearly. Clara. Her eyes were hollow, her face blackened, her hair smoking as if still burning. She stared at him and whispered, "He never left. Neither will you." Ethan jumped up, heart pounding, and grabbed his bag. But the door wouldn't open. He twisted the handle, it was locked from the inside. The key on the table was gone. The whispering grew louder, dozens of voices now, circling him. The walls seemed to breathe, the wallpaper blistering as if heat pulsed beneath it. "Help me," a woman's voice cried. Then another screamed, "Stay with us."